I painted this photo in the iconic Studio Ghibli style. You heard it right, I painted it with my own human hands. Good old manual digital art. No prompts, no ChatGPT or any AI. And you're watching the full process video of how I did it. By the way, this is a free image I found on unsplash.com. Shout out to the photographer Chermiti Mohamed for the gorgeous click. So, the latest image generation update of ChatGPT made the whole world go crazy. Unless you live under a rock, you know what's been going on all over the internet. The beautiful and unique art style of Hayao Miyazaki's Studio Ghibli has been reduced down to a mere photo filter. I'm not making this video to flaunt my skills or show off that I can paint this without the help of AI. I really don't have to prove anything at this point. If you're an artist and you're watching this, then you know why I'm making this video. I'm making this to re-inspire countless artists out there to pick up their brush again and keep doing what they love. I know how you're feeling right now. When your whole identity revolves around art, maybe you create art to put food on the table and to feel sane and express your emotions. When you live and breathe art, the very thought that you may be easily disposable and replaced by machines can be absolutely soul-crushing. Years and years of hard work, learning and experience, only to see random people do what you do through acquired skills by simply typing some words and generating eye-candy results within a matter of seconds. Artwork with lifespan of a few minutes. If this is how you feel, then I hear you. It might be difficult to digest a future where robots or machines may have monopoly for art and creativity. This crisis is very real, but there's more to this. I have mixed feelings about this, and I'm not here to share my opinions. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear what you think about all this, where it's going, and how serious this really is for artists. Be candid and type your heart out in the comment section to let me know everything that's going on in your mind about this. Because this is the right time for the art community to really unite and engage in healthy discussions and open dialogues. So please, let me know what you're thinking. I want to know what the online art community of my subscribers feel about this whole situation. I have already seen some very insightful comments from some of you over the past few days, and I want this video to reach more of you so that you can all come together and talk about this. Because we really need to. This is the time. Sadly, this isn't the first time something like this has happened, but the way it's happening is what bugs me. Big tech corporations and AI companies are advertising AI as a mere tool that's designed only to assist artists in becoming more efficient and productive. This is only partly true. In reality, these tools have very much been designed with the intention of completely replacing most human artists or redundant, non-essential laborers, so that businesses can improve their profit margins at the end of the day by using these tools instead of you. Today, digital artists of all disciplines, be it illustrators, designers, animators, CG and VFX artists, are being forced to choose between art and food. If they choose art, they starve. If they choose food, well, then they'll most likely have to make a living by completely switching to a different profession and join a whole new rat race in a different field of work and start from scratch, leaving them burnt out and exhausted with little to no free time to make art just for themselves, for the love of art, eventually leaving them with no choice but to quit art someday. It's not even about money anymore. That ship has kinda sailed. It's about keeping the passion of art alive through practice, painting for yourself, valuing the craftsmanship. Do I sound too extreme? Probably, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Truth is hard, but you need to start taking some serious actions today. I'll talk more about this at the end of this video. This issue has caused a massive rift in the online community of artists and non-artists, even pitting friends against each other over ideological differences. There are the doomsday occultists and the pro-tech AI evangelists, each having strong radical opinions, making fun of each other. And then there are the neutral skeptics such as myself. There are literally a million problems out there that plague us today. But the big tech companies just decided that art is a much more serious problem that hinders the progress of human civilization and must be solved immediately. So they almost did by coming after art. Generative AI tech has evolved exponentially over the past 3 years and went from laughable, bizarre results to very accurately capturing and recreating very iconic art styles almost flawlessly that can also be turned into animated videos. The Studio Ghibli style is just one of many that aren't being talked about as much. And wherever it's headed next, only time will tell, but I'm sure it's going to be even more powerful. There's no stopping this. It's here to stay. You just gotta face the truth. But this brings me to the question, can art styles truly be copyrighted? Let me know what you think in the comments. The Renaissance painters and old masters have always borrowed techniques and themes from each other. Or the countless artists influenced by Picasso, even the popular manga and anime art styles that get used and reused across so many different IPs. No style exists in a vacuum. And speaking of influence, Ghibli or Ghibli is an Italian word for hot desert wind from Libya. That's right, even the studio's name is borrowed from another culture. Miyazaki himself drew heavily from European animation, Western children's books, and global storytelling traditions. Nothing wrong here. No desecration. Artists have always built upon each other's work, sometimes for self-improvement, sometimes to tribute, like what I'm doing here with this artwork. The deeper arguments are just variations of technology is replacing humans, and that's bad. You've heard this one before. Photographers were accused of killing painting, synthesizers were going to destroy music, autotune would make singers lazy, electric guitars would make a joke out of folk rock, word processors would end the craft of writing. There are more examples. Think about medieval scribers who spent their lives copying religious texts by hand. The printing press put them out of work. Should we feel guilty about reading books? Horse-drawn carriage makers lost their jobs to automobiles. Should we all go back to riding horses to work? Telephone switchboard operators were replaced by automated systems. Should we feel bad every time we make a direct call? The thing is, when you look deeper, it's a difficult matter to pass judgment on. Since we are artists who now face extinction, which is probably an over-exaggerated use of the word in this case, we as artists are deeply pained because of this. It's the timing. I feel sad for the next generation of artists, the young kids who just started drawing as a hobby. Will they be as inspired and motivated to be skilled artists one day, like we were when we were kids? Or will they think like, what's the point? I can just generate art with a few words and prompts like everybody else. Why would I work so hard to acquire these skills? What will motivate them to paint? I honestly don't have an answer to this. Only time will tell. What I do see, however, is that artists are getting lazy in a bad way. Although it's true that some artists have positively integrated AI tools into their workflow to get better and faster at what they do, but many have just gotten utterly lazy. From using their talent to create beautiful artwork, to simply generating lazy AI slop, slapping their name and logo on top and calling it a day. No innovation, no imagination, no creativity, no effort, just pure machine-dependent laziness. I still understand why regular people are jumping on the Ghibli trend bandwagon. It's like when humans want to have wings like birds and be able to fly, the best they can do is go for skydiving or paragliding, feel like a bird for 10 minutes, yet they are just human. It's a momentary dopamine kick. I get it. But what's weird is even artists are doing it. Artists who very much have the skills and ability to paint something in Ghibli style, and yet they choose to be lazy and generate it using AI, creeping brain rot. If you're an artist, you need to make a stand, at least with your creativity, talent, and acquired artistic skills, instead of diluting yourself with mediocrity. What's worse is, I've seen many lie about their art, taking credit for creating an art which they have generated using AI. Now that's just pure shameful. You gotta take the bad with the good. The number of people or artists who will misuse this new power will sadly be way more than the number of artists who will use this in a positive way. But you have to decide who you really want to be. The truth is that the job market for artists will shrink incredibly fast over the next few years, probably down to 5 to 10% of where it is today, which is already much less than where things were 2 years ago. So the competition is going to be insane. And the only way you can make the cut is if you have very strong art skills, very strong fundamentals, as well as strong and updated technical skills when it comes to using AI tools. So you really need to start upskilling yourself today. If you still want to pursue a career you actually love, you need to keep getting better at drawing, as well as learn new AI tools. If you don't plan on doing either of this, you better start thinking about a different field of profession altogether. Anyway, so that was my 2 cents on this topic. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments. And if you like this artwork, Give this video a thumbs up, share it with your artist friends, and if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updated as soon as my next video drops. So that's all for now. See you in the next one. Peace.